Hello and welcome back to another episode of Building with Recon, with me, your host Recon. And unfortunately, since I'm not on something here today because, well, my good friend Levi is not responding to my texts, I'm going to have to do something I hated: building a fucking building and finishing something that I already started. I'm not gonna do the molten clips on camera. Back from that little tangent, and so far with this build, we've built up the walls. We have now started on a roof accent, this bizarre oblong thing, because the thing that I've always noticed, I'm very geometrically building stuff, like all this, due to obviously it being a block game, can be broken down into very simple shapes. So I want to do a small challenge with maybe making a bit more of a bizarre shaping for some of the interior parts, as well as this nice exterior accent where I'm picturing like a nice classical bell on top. I mean, from the bottom, it won't be like seen, but to be honest, from every angle I'm going to see this from, yeah, you're not going to see it. But mainly, I never go to street level. It's always been this slightly raised above the sky flying look, which I've always built. Hopefully, I'll build some more markets down here to make it look a little nicer. But for a nice like picture, as you always see for like thumbnails, I mean that's a pretty good accent line. Pretty good line. I mean, you can do on this side to make the back exterior look a bit more lively. Maybe from the side. Ultimately, I think it looks good so far, but I'm going to go back into working this top shape out, and I will cut you back in a short while. Alright, we are back with the bell tower. It's a little open design, but I feel like this nice opening really gives the frame of the building. How it's always meant to be this very like high presentation of it, just to be viewed by the front. Feel a sense of like imposingness from it. And I did do a little inside work. I'm thinking of this ground foyer is going to be basically a small little area for like walkers, and then there's going to be a receptionist up here. Then up on these areas, there's going to be a nice balcony-esque area so they can look out the window. And then there's going to be private rooms back here, which can be further shown by this, as this is a very unique design, more angled and sloped than I usually do for interiors. But you can see how it beautifully loops. There's probably going to be chandeliers on the top, and then there's going to be a wall right here for the next area right over here. Let's see how many times I can say over here, over here, over here. So yeah, I'm gonna copy it on the other side, and I'm gonna first work on the flooring. So get a strong baseline, and I'll cut you in when I do that. And we are back with an update. Personally, I think despite it being a basic run-of-the-mill so far, it's pretty good. I mean, I had difficulty trying to fit like a stairway in here due to due to the spacing. I don't know. But overall, I think it came out quite nicely. I mean, My plans are for this area is going to be like private offices back over here. And you're probably asking, why am I only showing this half? Well, the other half is not finished yet. I've been working on it. Well, I haven't been working on it. That's a lie. I haven't been working on it for about like a few hours now. It's just been, a lazy Saturday when I've been building this. Most likely, this video is going to come out on Sunday. If not, then I was lazy again. Anyway, I'm going to keep building this interior, and I'll cut back in a short minute. And we are back once again with the full interior of the main floor lobby. So as you walk in, you see the receptionist, you go up to one of these small little office areas, open office areas, for like a loan and something. And ultimately I think it's a pretty cool design. Much more different than my usual interiors. But better yet, outside of it, the fancy windows. I got, make it look a bit more of a refined building. Yeah, ultimately, I think it's gone well. My next idea is to build like these two areas where it's going to be two more like main offices for like bigger loans and like mortgages, and then a central unit where all the loot boxes and stuff are going to be found. So ultimately, I think it's going to be good. And I'll cut back to you when I got a layout.